Hi, my name is Ben, and this is my CS6795 final project. The project is about building a mean reversion futures-based trading agent using cognoscience. So I will quickly walk you through why this research matters in a CT environment, how the models are designed, what I found in backtests, and what the cognitive takeaways are. So why does this matter? So commodity trading environment where I work, the type of firm that I work, relies on trend following. So as you can see, the green box shows a very delineated trend, and in red there it shows a very choppy trend, as you can see right there. So post-COVID, the market has been very choppy, mean reverting. Our trend system keep getting whipsaw, buying highs and lows, and that led to drawdowns, threatening client retention, new capital, and ultimately firm revenue. So behavioral finance from people like Kaufman, Tversky, and Teller shows that investors overreact to extreme fears and greed. This suggests opportunity for reversion strategies like step in when markets have overshot. So the central question is, can cognitively grounded reversion tool complement trend following models and improve portfolio robustness? So I've written the whole project using computation representing understanding mind. In that view, cognition is computation over internal representation. My trading agents are designed as a cognitive system to use representations like sentiment, percentile spreads, and moving windows. They apply real simple heuristics like buys, short, and exit. They rely on memory, they look back windows, and code recent history. They do learning by tuning parameters with goal seek, and they do learning by tuning. They decide under uncertainty by choosing between long, short, or flat. So the first model is sentiment-based mean reversion strategy using trading using S&P 500. Main input is the CNBC futures and greed index, which range from 0 to 100. Then I convert it to historic percentile. So the agent knows that fear is 30, but that's say the bottom is 10% of history. The rules are straightforward. Buy long when sentiments at the extreme fear, so buy at the bottom of the market, and short when it's extreme greed, and flat once sentiment normalizes. So, and the second thing we did was use LLM to find spread trading. And that mimics kind of the economics of fundamental investing and trading. The idea is to mimic production economics using a combination of input-output contracts. A classic example is cattle crush, where we mimic the economics of a cattle rancher. So what you want to do is buy corn and baby cow on one side and sell the adult cow. And ChatGPT suggested several kinds of constructions similar to this, and I'll walk you through them in a bit. So more generally, I tested a suite of commodity spreads: hog crush, soybean crush, dairy spread, and crack spread, where crude oil is input and gas and heating oil is output. The rule is similar to the sentiment strategy. When the margin is spread extremely high, I sell the rich and buy the cheap. When it's extremely low, I do the opposite. So let's look at the results. For the ES sentiment model, the backtest shows the strategy tends to buy into panic and fade into euphoria. Example include the European crisis, 2020, 15-26 volatility, COVID, and 2022 tightening cycles, where there's huge extreme fear and greed. Um, so then what we want to do is uh, look at the profitability. So as you can see, a good P&L curve, profit and loss curve, is very smooth, very low drawdowns, as you can see here. So what we're going to do is buy at the bottom and short at the top being the blue line, the bottom being the green line, and then we do nothing when sentiment normalizes. So worked pretty well. And then we tested the spreads from 2000 to 2025, but unfortunately, 5 of the 5 spreads worked. The cattle crush had the strongest structure, and the hog dairy and crack spread were positive but noisier. Yep, soybean crush was pretty bad. Um, yeah, so then as what they say with LLM, it can produce something, but we got to validate it. And this is the cattle crush P&L. So as you can see, what we short at the top, buy at the bottom, pretty smooth for the hog crush. The crack spread looks pretty good. Soybean didn't work. That's the only one. 4 out of 5 is not bad, and the dairy crush is not bad. So to conclude, this product show the cognitive grounded heuristic can produce trading agents that are both profitable and interpretable, representation crucial, sentiment, percentile economic spreads, expose structure that raw prices don't. Simple rules like buy fear and short greed and fade extreme margins can perform competitively with more complex ML, especially noisy regime shifting markets. As diversifier, these mean reversion spread strategy can reduce drawdowns and when trend following systems struggle. For future work, I would like to run proper walk forward and I'll sample test, explore reinforcement learning under cognitive constraints, incorporate richer sentiment sources, and eventually deploy these models to our real trading environment using F